Welcome to today's edition of Let's Talk Marriage. You know how it is every Sunday, we'll talk about marriage. We'll talk marriage here. Yeah, and today we have a wonderful couple here. They've been here before, but I feel we should draw more from their experience, from their wealth of experience in marriage. I'm talking about Mr. and Mrs. Elijah Agumbia Day of Restoration Chapel, Port Hackett. Mr. Agumbia Day, you're welcome.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon.
And Mrs. Agumbia Day, you're welcome.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon.
Okay, we'll be back shortly. What do you think? What was it? You know, son?
Okay, you on the other one that has.
Okay,
issues.
that's why. This.
I'm not even
Such-
sure which is which yet. I think they said 3 is this one.
This one is
So-
3.
I think so. So it's this one that you use. So you leave this one down. Use this one.
I'll use this and this. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay. All right. It's time for Let's Talk Marriage. So today, we'll look at the common things that make couples disagree. Mr. and Mrs. Akumbi and they have been married for how
18 years.
18 years, and I think they qualify to answer any questions regarding marriage issues. So we're going to look at things that make couples disagree from time to time. Now, the first thing they will tell us, they are the professionals here. So, Mr. Agumbi, I dare you first. So, tell us some of the things you think cause problems in marriage.
Yeah, I think some of the things that cause problem in marriage, finance, how we manage our finance as couples, and we manage our in-laws.
Okay, first of all, let's take finance. It's a very broad issue. It's a very broad issue. Finance, that's one of the major problems in marriage, I guess. Especially when the woman says that Oga's money is our money, but the woman's money is my money. So tell us about how finance causes problem in marriage. Mr. Agubiade, first of all.
Yeah, I think if there is no proper understanding between the husband and the wife in marriage, in handling their finance, it can cause a very, very serious problem. If the man is not very transparent to the wife, and if the wife is also transparent to the husband, it can cause a very serious problem.
If the wife is transparent, you said?
Not
No,
transparent.
if the wife is not transparent,
Okay.
both sides, the husband may not be transparent, and the wife also may not be
Can you
transparent.
throw more light on being transparent?
Yeah, so being transparent means is that if the husband is working and is earning, he should be able to let the wife know how much is earning, his salary, his income in a month, and the wife also must be very transparent to let the husband know the income, so that both of them must come together, and they must come together because they must have this understanding that when we come together as husband and wife, we become one flesh.
Okay, I'm saying you should talk into the mic.
Okay, so when we come together as husband and wife, we become one flesh. And even in our finances, it has to be one.
Okay.
You know, we must come together, bring our income together, both husband and wife. Like myself and my wife, when we got married, we had that understanding, and our income, we bring it together as one.
Okay. And now, this is a very difficult thing you're saying. Is it possible for an African man? You know, we're talking reality here. And thank God it has worked for you for 18 years, and you have stories, you have testimonies to give about that. But the average African man says it's not good to let a woman know everything you earn. That if she knows, she'll be making demands anyhow. Most men don't tell their wives how much they earn. How would you address this issue? What's your advice to this category of men who wouldn't want their wives to know how much they earn because they want to sustain a particular lifestyle, or they believe in Africa you don't let a woman know how much you earn. What's your advice to such a man now listening?
Yeah, I want to seriously advise. And the truth is that I'm advising from God's point of view. Because when God says that when husband and wife come together, they become one flesh. And the issue of our income, I want to advise strongly that if a man really want to enjoy his marriage, if he really want to enjoy his finances, he should let his wife know how much he earns in a month. Because women are better managers. And if the woman is your wife, the truth of the matter is that she can't waste your money. She can't spend your money anyhow. If she buys anything into the house, it's for both of you. If you give the woman, if you let him know how much you are earning, she cannot be demanding what is not there. It is even when you are even hiding it from her that she doesn't know how much you are earning that she can be demanding, what is not available. But if the woman knows your income in a month, if you are earning like 100,000 naira in a month and you tell your wife, she can't be asking more than that every month.
Okay, and now I want to hear from the woman. So, management of your finances, how did you do it for 18 years? You've been a successful manager because the woman has a lot of role to play. What has been your finances? What have you had any issues in your finances when you started as a couple? What was it like for you about earning and spending money?
Okay, just like he has mentioned, as we started, I was the one. Even I wasn't working, but when he collected his salary, he brought it home.
Why were you not working?
I think we mentioned the last time. He told me, I read banking and finance. Short, my dream job was banking. I wanted to work in a bank. So, but he mentioned that as an engineer, he can't be traveling here and there and not staying at home. I, as a woman, leaving the children behind, even though we didn't have anyone there, we just got married, but we believe God that we have, so we should plan for them. And I agree with him, and we stayed back. I stayed back. So with that, whatever he brought in, I was able to manage it. He didn't hide anything from me. And I want to mention here, most important thing that has helped us really is the life of Christ in us. When the life of Christ is there, you have that understanding, you will not have any issue.
Okay, so as a woman, you listen to your husband because he said, this is your certificate in banking and finance. You keep it aside for now. Let's make a home. And you listen to him.
Of course.
So what's your advice to other women? Because this is another issue. When the woman will say, stay and take care of my children, I'll provide everything you need. Is it that you were a full-time housewife? Let's get it right. Were you a full-time housewife, or you were doing business, or you just stayed in the house?
When he told me that, I agreed. So we talked together. I told him, like I said last time, during my youth service, I learned sewing. So we now agreed, okay, let me be practicing that. So I stay in till I have my first child. So it was after I win that child, then we agreed, put things together, and I started with the shop.
Okay. So before you really started earning, you were managing your husband's finances.
Even after I started, I had the shop, everything we have there together. So I manage everything up to this
women,
present.
they like hiding. You say, this one, I won't give him more. I won't give him this one.
Oh, that's another thing that's helped us. To my husband, I don't have secrets. Him doesn't have secrets. So we are together. We are open to each other. So it helps us a lot.
So what's your advice to women? Because most women would like to keep some back. And even when the man brings money, go and cook with this, they'll share it into three, maybe, and keep one part. Women do that.
Yeah, very well.
So what's your advice to such
I don't think it's correct. I just advise women, they should just be open to their husband. And most especially, if you are a woman or a lady, you don't have Christ in you, because some of these things actually with your own strength may not be so easy. So I will advise, first of all, yield your life to Christ. because to me, I don't have anything that it takes to help myself. I believe it's the life of Christ in me. So when
But
you
some
add
Christians, let me take you on that. Some Christians as well. Some Christian homes have problems with in finances. Mr. Agumbi, you may like to.
I
Some
think-
Christians, many
yeah.
Christian homes have problems with finances as well.
Yeah.
These
I-
are born again, spirit filled.
Yeah.
They still have problems with their finances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree that they are born again. I agree that they are spirit filled, but they don't have understanding.
Okay.
And don't have understanding means that actually they are born again, but they are not actually rooted in the Word of God. If you are rooted in the Word of God, you should know that, number one, you can't lie to your husband. As a man, you can't lie to your wife. So if a man gives his wife money to go and do something, the woman cannot lie. She will be, if the fear of the Lord is in her heart, she will come back and give accountability. Yes, I said that I hand over my money to my wife. Up to now, as I'm talking, my token is with her. I don't manage my finances. She does everything, she manages it. But the truth of the matter is that even as she's managing it, I also demand accountability from her.
Okay.
She's accountable to me. You know, if it's okay, for example, she goes outside to go and spend 100,000 naira. I'm telling you, even with that, she will come back, she will write down everything that she has spent without me asking her. I say, okay, this is the money that I took to market, and this is what I spent. And you can see that, you can see accountability. And because there is accountability, there will be trust. So in Christian homes, if we really love the Lord, nobody will lie to each other. And if there is no lies, things will work out normally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So bottom line, transparency.
Yes, yes.
Being Christians for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, what other issues like in-laws? How do in-laws cause problems in marriage? Because
Yeah.
most people, in fact, some young ladies will be praying, I don't want to have a mother-in-law. I want anybody that is coming my way, let it be that the mother has died. The mother of the guy has died. That's a very rough prayer to
Yeah.
pray. Okay.
In
So,
fact-
so because of the problems of mother-in-laws.
Yeah.
So,
In fact, when I was in school, when I was in graduate, I had some female friends who used to pray that kind of prayer, that they don't want to marry a man who still have a mother. And I used to tell them in those days, if you don't want to marry a man who still have a mother, if you get married and you have a son, that means that you also will die before your son get married. The truth of the matter is that, you know, when we get together as husband and wife, I see my mother-in-law as my mother.
okay.
My wife sees my mother as her own mother.
Was your mother alive by the time you
Yes,
got married?
my mother was alive.
And your mother-in-law was alive?
Yes.
So how did you relate with them?
The way I relate with my mother is the way I relate with my mother-in-law. Let me just say something here now, you know, because I've already made up my mind, even before I got married from my youth service. I used to give my mother allowance every month. My father was still alive then. I used to give them, with my little money I was earning, if it was even 1,000 naira a month, I used to do that. And immediately I got married, I know that, yes, now I have two mothers, my mother and my mother-in-law. The same way that we were giving my mother allowance every month is the same way that we also give my mother-in-law allowance every month. There is no difference at all. So we didn't have problem with in-laws, and even brother-in-laws, even my nephews, when they want to come and even ask something from me, you know, I will ask them to go and meet my wife. She's the one that give them things and things like that. So because we are one, our brothers, our relatives, they are also one. There is no difference at all.
Okay, madam. So how was your relationship with your mother-in-law? Apart from your mother-in-law, your brothers and sisters-in-law, if you had them, how did you relate with them that has made your marriage to last this long?
just like what he said, even when we got married, in short, before we get married, I was, even as we were cutting, whatever, as I'm coming, giving my mother something then too, I am doing the same thing. I remember it was once anyway, one Christmas like this, as I was coming, bought materials, gave my mother, then I finished in school, gave my mother in-law. And right from time I've seen that whosoever, even when my friends in school were praying, I don't want a mother-in-law, I wasn't part of it. Because me, I actually prayed. I said, God, whosoever, any man you are going to meet, give me. I want to even meet the mother. Because this thing I'm hearing, I want to prove it wrong. And God helped me. I met my mother-in-law. I took her as my mother. We everything we used to do together, I don't have a problem. Then concerning my brother and sister-in-laws, you know, in our place, I don't know how it is in another place. In our place, as I'm married to my husband, both his niece, his nephew, even his siblings, everyone, I must be calling brother and sister. I'll give them pet name. Yeah, you can't just mention their
Tell
name.
us about it. Like in Yoruba,
Yes.
you don't just call
Ah.
Anieti.
Yeah, no.
Even
You
if
have
you're
to
older,
put-
even if you're older
you
than
are
him,
older than him.
you will say what now?
You will say maybe brother Hanite, or you give him or her a pet name.
Okay.
So, but in my own case, I let them understand. As that I have it, my younger brother, I said, if I can't call my younger brother, brother Dio, for instance, I said, then I have no reason to put brother behind your own. I said, because you are my blood. We are together. Now I'm married to your brother, so we are one. And thank God they understand. So I'd never call anybody brother or sister. I call them by name, and I even up to this present, I take them as mine. We are one. So I don't have a problem. Just like my husband said, even when they need something, most of them, they come to me. Oh, auntie, I'm broke. Auntie, I need this. Auntie, I need that. And we settle it together.
Okay, let me ask Mr. Agubiade, why do you direct them to your wife when they need something? You know, you said they should go and meet your wife instead of outrightly giving them the money or whatever they needed.
Yeah, the truth of the matter is that because in our house, I'm not the one that spends the money. So if I'm not the one that spends the money, want to go to market.
Some people will get angry. Why is he saying I should go and meet the wife? Yeah, I mean, it's a letdown or something. You know, some relatives will take offense that you shouldn't have.
In my house, if anybody cannot agree with that, that simply means that he doesn't want anything from me. Because there's no way I can do anything for my brother without my wife knowing. Before I do it, we agree. Oh, this person is asking for this amount of money. How much are we giving him? We agree together. The same thing with our own brother. No difference. So if I've already agreed, and my brother has already known that the money I want to give to you is not only me, it's me and my wife that are giving you this money. So I'm just okay. Go to her, go and collect. She's the one. And since we have got married up to today, that's how we are operating our house. We don't have any problem. We are living peacefully with our in-laws, and everything is fine. But I've seen some cases that where people normally have problems. I mean, for example, I've got some friends that the man will give his brother money. The wife doesn't know about it. You know, just because he'll be thinking that if my wife knows about it, you know, my wife will not be happy. And some women too, of the truth, when the husband said he wants to give his brother money, the woman will say, we have not bought this, we have not bought that. We have, you know, if a woman is doing like that, it will drive her husband away. There are some times that we don't have things in the house that we have to manage ourselves, and my wife has to manage for us to be able to meet the need of our brothers, because it was an urgent need and we have to meet the need, so we don't have problems.
So, madam, you wanted to say something about this?
What I would like to say about that is,
Like
you know,
some women don't like seeing their brothers and sisters in Lord. Nobody should come. It's only me and my husband.
no. God has really helped us, and is still helping us in that aspect. I just as I've said, they are my brothers and sisters. In short, right from my heart, they are my brother and sister. So we don't have any issue with that. And you know, my husband, the truth of the matter is, as time goes on, every one of them, they get used to it. They have that understanding that these people, they are one. You can't just go to the back, means this. So telling them come to me is to show them that we are one. So this woman has been part of me, is part of me, so you can't come in between. So they have that understanding.
So what's your advice to young ladies and people who are already married?
My advice is that when you come, you marry that man, everything be about the man, you are part of it. Even the family, they are your own family. So it's not enough. You know, another thing that I want to bring in is maybe his brother has an issue we need to attend to. That does not now demand me to say, oh, we need to attend to my brother too, even though if he doesn't have a need.
Okay.
It's not necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Even though if about 2 or 3 people are coming from his side and one has not come from my side, it's not necessary. It's not a competition. So I don't need to start saying we have not attended to this. So I want to advise sisters and ladies outside there. We need to take that man as our own, even his family as our own family. So
Okay.